All right, so for the next question, this is a good one. Again, another client of mine, and he wants to know training frequency, hitting body parts one time a week, the traditional like bro split, or hitting it multiple times per week or like twice. Just to start it off, me personally, I found I always respond better to hitting it multiple times a week. Again, when I first started lifting, I did what everybody else did, stuff from like magazines or workout routines that you saw like pros doing, and it was
We're all guilty of it.
All guilty of it. Just a typical bro routine, chest on Monday, back, legs, shoulders, arms, I'm not saying that's even bad. I mean, people have gotten a lot of results from that.
Mm-hmm.
Is it optimal? Probably not. But again, everyone did it, and a lot of people saw good results from it. Me personally, though, I like to hit it twice a week. I don't know. That's just all I really want to say.
I have a couple stances on this. Overall, the key thing to come down to is personal preference. Some people get great results doing the 1 time a week. Some people get great results doing 2 times a week, some 3 times a week. Look at all the routines out there. There's Smolov routine, which is German powerlifting routine where you squat 4 times a week. People would think that's absolutely insane, but when people run it and add 50 pounds to their squat throughout a cycle, they go to realize, hey, this actually is beneficial. Okay, let's look at Shaiko, another routine where you bench, squat, and deadlift multiple times per week. I know when I ran it, I added over 50 to 75 pounds in my bench and squat alone. So you bench and you squat on Monday, you deadlift and bench on Wednesday, and then you do bench and squat again on Friday. And then if you want to throw in an accessory day on Saturday where you hit minimal body parts throughout the week, you can go for it. And then you have your generic upper-lower splits, higher frequency routines, which are a lot more popular, and I think Lane Norton made popular with his fat routine.
Yeah, definitely.
The PHAT, Power Hypertrophy Adaptive Training. I think that really opened up as far as, hey, you can make better gains, hitting a muscle part 2 times a week. Now let's factor this. If you go from 1 time a week to multiple times per week, the thing that has to change, 1, your frequency, hitting it more times, your overall volume. Okay, you may do 20 or so sets when you hit it 1 time a week, but if you're going to hit it multiple times per week, you have to lower the overall volume, or else you're going to overtrain your muscle. So a thing that factors into this is bulking and cutting. Again, if you're in a caloric deficit, it's going to be harder to hit it more frequently because of the amount of calories you have and the amount of strain it's going to put on your CNS as far as recovery goes. So, I mean, this question could lead to a lot of different things as far as what your overall goal is. If you're bulking, I think more frequency is optimal. Cutting, you have to factor in how much cardio you're doing, what kind of cardio you're doing as far as high intensity, because the amount of glucose it's going to use and the amount of carbs, that has to be a lot in your diet to support it. So, I mean, this can really stem into a lot of different conversations, but overall, I would say more frequently better. How much? I would say 2 times a week would be great, especially for most natural trainees.
I was just gonna say that.
If you're going to be enhanced, as far as someone that's going to be taking some kind of anabolic product, you can still get away with great training routine 1 time a week. I know the John Meadows Mountain Dog training is based off 1 time a week, or sometimes he'll specialize his clients doing multiple times per week, and his more advanced routines such as the Devourer, which just came out, and Shelby Starnes runs, and many other pros. The Universal Pro, I think his name's Antoine or Antoinette, something along those lines, runs at Devourer. He also has Creeping Death, and so again, personal preference in the end, but I mean, we could sit here and talk for hours on this subject, so we'll just try to keep it brief and leave that for another session sometime.
Yeah.
Let's finish up the Q&A with ever the last question. After your thoughts.
Well, just to end that one, I think, just quick overview. I think people sometimes get caught up in the overtraining thing. People think, well, damn, if I do anything more than once a week, it's going to be overtraining automatically. Not considering volume, not considering intensity, and all that other stuff. I just want to make it a point that you can train more frequently than once a week, and it's not going to be overtraining. But like Bob said, if you train more frequently, hit muscle groups 2, 3, even 4 times a week, the volume in each session is going to have to account for that. You can't hit chest 20 sets on Monday and then 20 sets on Wednesday and then 20 sets on Friday. It's just not going to work. But can you, change the frequency and the volume and make it work like that? Yeah, of course you can. So I just wanted to end with that.